Welcome in, One Nation, to another episode of The Latest Buzz. I'm your host, TJ Winger. Well, we're coming to you a day late. We do apologize for that, but you can blame that on Mother Nature as the weather moved the opening round of the ODAC baseball tournament from Friday and Saturday to Sunday and Monday games instead. Over the course of those 2 days, though, it was all Lynchburg. The Hornets, as the 1 seed, was matched up with 8-seed Eastern Mennonite, and Lynchburg started the series with an 18-0 win in Game 1, powered by 3 home runs and 16 hits in total, all overlapping. Starter Nick Matfield breezing through 8 innings of work, giving up just 3 hits along the way, as a sophomore now holds a 9-0 record this season. Next day out, it was a much closer contest, but the 5-1 win allowed the Hornets to punch their ticket to move into the second round of the ODAC tournament, but more on that in just a moment. In the Game 2 win, it was a 2 RBI afternoon for both Josh Dorman as well as PJ Alvenos, with starting arm Zach Potts traveling through 7 frames with 4 strikeouts along the way. And now Lynchburg will take on Roanoke on Friday evening at 4 p.m. down at Truist Point Park to continue the team's quest for back-to-back ships. And this serves as a perfect segue as the team who shared a same goal and turned it into a reality over the course of the weekend, your Lynchburg men's lacrosse team collected their 9th conference title in program history, all of which have come after the year 1999. The championship run started with a 17-9 win in the semifinals against Roanoke, with hat-tricks coming from Ryan Kenny, Riley Mitchell, and Kyle Lewis, who added 2 assists to go with it. And we would be remiss not to mention keeper Tyler Hadley, who tallied 9 saves in the win as well. And that win then set the stage for a title game clash against Hampton-Sydney, who bested Washington and Lee in their semifinal matchup. In the championship game, it was a close game heading into the halftime break. Lynchburg led 5-3, but the second half was a much different story as the Hornets won the latter 30 minutes of the game 13-4 to bring the game to its final 18-7 verdict. Dylan Wolf racked up 3 scores and 2 assists, plus Riley Mitchell and Kyle Lewis continued their insane postseason play, with the former collecting 4 scores and 2 dimes, and the latter also had a 4-goal afternoon with 3 assists along with it. AJ Neves and Ryan Kenny each found the back of the net twice, and we have to mention Hadley once more with another 9-save afternoon. Lynchburg, with the automatic qualifiers, hitting the road to begin their NCAA tournament journey, traveling to Union College, who's the host site, with the Hornets taking on Western New England on Saturday at 3 p.m. Moving to equestrian, Dakota Banks spent last Thursday at the IHSA National Championships, and the freshmen continue to build on a stellar season put together so far. Banks rode to reserve champion honors in individual limit over fences, and the first-year rider was the first Hornet to qualify for the IHSA Nationals since 2018. And I speak for plenty of others. As Banks' career continues, we can't wait to see what other accomplishments come next. Next up, let's talk about women's tennis, who had their postseason begin with a 5-2 win in a match against Virginia Wesleyan, which moved the Hornets into the semis to take on Sweetbriar. Ultimately, Lynchburg did see their season come to a close at the hands of the Vixens, falling 5-0, but this program accomplished a ton this past year and continues their ascent towards the top of the ODAC. And it's a similar story for women's lacrosse, who had a dominant showing against Virginia Wesleyan last Wednesday, taking down the Marlins 19-4. Leah Dumas had 4 goals, Ala Daniel totaled 3 scores and 3 assists with it, and Peyton Seville with Reagan Bednar each scoring twice. After the quarterfinals win, Lynchburg made it 2 consecutive years where they have been able to make it to the semifinals and made their way to WNL to take on the top-seeded Generals on Saturday afternoon. And that is when Lynchburg would ultimately see their season come to its conclusion with a 15-6 loss at the hands of WNL. Transitioning now to track and field, who competed at the Liberty Twilight on Wednesday afternoon, Sam Laneza ran a PR in the 800, Tor Hotung Davidson did the same thing in the 1500, with Julian Powell and Charlie Scott doing the exact same in the pole vault. And for the women's team, Jackie Wilson ran a season best in the 800, good for a 5th place finish. Additionally, Lizzie Davis ran an ODAC best 1:04.59 in the 400 meters hurdles, and it was Logan Babbs launching a 2nd best conference mark in the shot put at 38 feet and 7 3/4 inches. And last but not least, we have to note that as we're filming, Eddie Coffin V and Emily Brubaker are currently competing at the NCAA Championships, both via at-large bids. Coffin is down in Howry in the Hills, Florida, while Brubaker is in Houston, Texas, and we want to wish each of them the best of luck this upcoming week. That'll bring a close to this episode of The Latest Buzz. Be sure to head to lynchburgsports.com for the latest news, results, and stories revolving around Lynchburg athletics.